Hey guys, my name is Alexa. I'm an audio engineering and music production major, and today I'm going to walk you guys through how I go through like my process in creating music. So we're just going to take apart one of my songs I've already done, just put it back together again. So this is just the original sound of the piece so we know what we're working with. It may sound complex, but really when we break it down, you'll see that it's not that difficult for you to do on your own or for anybody to do. So let's get right into it and let's break it apart. So we're just gonna go ahead and start with these two piano, I guess little samples that I created on my keyboard. If you want another in-depth video on how you record your instrument and put it on your digital audio software, then you let me know in the comments and I can make a video about this. But I'm just going to show you guys just quick and easy, just an overview of what I did to create that beat. So this is the main piano part that I recorded on my keyboard. And that's as simple as it was. I really just piddled around with my keyboard. I think it's all in the key of C. Honestly, I just played around and just found some sounds that worked for me. So after I got that done, and I should explain this. This is not what my original keyboard is in. My original keyboard is just in the sound of keyboard. But if you have Logic or if you just have Logic, because that's what I'm working in, you can change the way that the keyboard sounds. For example, I can change it to whatever sound you see. I can change it to whatever sound I want. Just for my in particular sound, what I'm going for in this song, I just want it to be subtle. So the subtle dynamic piano works good for me. Now I'm going to talk about the secondary piano part that just backs up my main piano riff. So here, I'll play it for you guys real quick. Once again, nothing too difficult here. I just used the C major scale and went in a chromatic thirds down, starting with, hold on, let me highlight these two notes right here for you guys. Starting with these two notes right here, E and G, and I just went chromatically in thirds down. And I repeated the same idea twice, so I really just changed it up one time. But all together, it's gonna sound like this. So because I am a pianist, I always start with I am a pianist, so I always start with piano because that's just the instrument I feel most comfortable with. I play guitar as well, and sometimes I'll start off with that, but I mainly start off with a piano, some type of piano part in pretty much all my pieces. So we broke that down, so we're going to move into the guitar part and the the vocals. And we're back with the guitar part. So before I get into it, I just want to talk about Splice for a second. Splice is definitely my favorite software to help me when I'm trying to figure out beats to make and everything like that, and I just don't have an idea of where I'm going. Or as you see in this song, I did have a piano part. I knew where I wanted to go, but I was missing the key sounds, if that makes sense. So Splice is a very good website for anybody that's starting off in production or anybody that's been in production to find new sounds, to find different sounds, new samples. And yeah, so basically I got the guitar sample from Splice. I liked the fact that the chords were both simple and that they had kind of a nature vibe to it, a very open and natural atmosphere to the guitar. So I'll let you guys hear it. And that's pretty much just the concept of that. Before I move forward, adding a bass line or even adding the vocals, I like to break apart the main instruments. And in this case, it is the piano and guitar. I want to talk about the panning, and I want to talk about if I want to add different effects to it. And yeah, so that's what we'll basically go into right now. So I have my piano, my 2 piano tracks, and my guitar tracks, and here is what they sound like together before anything is added to it. Ooh. Off the bat, we notice that the guitar in the beginning starts off at negative infinity for some reason, like you can't hear it. So I'm gonna go into automation window real quick, and yeah, there's the culprit. We're gonna bring that up to 6.8 right now and adjust. Actually, I'm gonna delete the automation because until we know what we're doing, it's really no need for the guitar to anything to be automated at this moment in time. So we're going to listen to it back. Honestly, I don't think I need to add anything to anything right now. I think that the piano sounds nice together with the effects that are already added by Logic automatically. And I like I said, I like the open, natural vibe of the guitar. So what I'm going to do here is pan my 2 piano pieces because I like to leave my central frequencies mainly for my bass and my drums. So I like to have everything a little spread out. Don't want everything clumped in the middle because it won't come out right. It won't sound right. So let's go ahead and break this apart and mess with the volume and panning. So I think off the bat, I want the chords to come in from the right side. Not too much, just a tad to the right. And I want the little riff to come from the left to complement each other. I definitely want the chords to be softer than the piano, than the riff, because the riff is so light and high. So I'm going to bring that up real quick. Now I'm going to bring my guitar in. Right off the bat, the guitar is too loud, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this down. And I'm going to turn up the chords a little bit. I think what I want to do for the guitar is I want the guitar to be heard because of the open and natural just vibe of it. I want it to be open, like I want it to sound open. I don't want you to just hear it from the left or from the right, but I want you to hear it all around. So what I'm going to do to create that sound is I'm going to go right here, exit out of the EQ, going to go into my effect, my plugins, and I'm going to find imaging, and I'm going to go to direction mixer. I'm going to open that up. Not all the way. I think right there is good. I don't know if you guys can hear it from the phone, but definitely from in person, it does sound, the guitar is first of all not as overpowering, but it's coming from everywhere. I'm surrounded by the guitar, and the piano is coming in from the right and from the left. So yeah, I'm happy with that for right now. This may change as I go on, but I'm going to go ahead and add in the bass line and the voice. Start off breaking apart the vocals. I have this sample, and this is what it sounds like. And that's basically the voice. So I think that pairs well with the guitar. So before I even bring in my piano, I'm going to kind of balance these two out to make sure they sound well together. They complement each other, because if they don't, then the voice is going to have to go. Okay. So off the bat, the voice is loud. I want the vocals to be in the background, because if you have any artist that wants to record over it, obviously you don't want the sample to drown out the artist. So I want that relatively low. I think that sounds good. I'm gonna bring in my pianos. I'm gonna pan the vocals towards the right since I have my high piano part. Actually, we'll see if this sounds good. Since I have my high piano part pan left, I kind of want the high vocals to pan right so they don't drown out each other. I'm gonna hard pan it, just simply because it has so much reverb and echo. Let's see how it sounds all together now. Now they're a little low. I'm gonna bring them up a little bit. I think that sounds good. So we're gonna go ahead and break apart our bass. Okay, so the bass, basically, I have this bass, and we're gonna hear how it sounds. Off the bat, the automation is messed up again, so let's go ahead and fix that before we even continue. There we go. So. Definitely goes well with the guitar that we already have added. It looks like the alignment got a little off. Okay, I think I went ahead and fixed that a little bit. Let's make sure everything's lined up correctly before we continue. Okay, so we're gonna unmute the guitar. First off, the bass is entirely too loud. We're gonna bring that down. I feel like the guitar and the bass kind of clash in that they're both have a lot of mid-range. The bass has a lot of low and mid-range frequencies, but I feel like the guitar is higher, of course, but still in the middle range. It gets a little muddy. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the channel EQ for the guitar. Let's listen to it without the bass. I'm going to go in, and I think I'm going to silence some of these low frequencies and bring out some of these higher. Oh, hold on. Pause. We're in the bass. We're going to turn that off, and we're going to go to the guitar, and then we're going to mess with the EQ. Here we go. So we're going to go ahead and kind of mute these lower frequencies a little bit. Bring up the highs and mids, the higher mids. Let's hear what it sounds like with the bass now. I think that sounds pretty good. Seeing as they're both string instruments, you really want to make sure everything that complements each other, you want to make sure they complement each other. Let me change that. Everything that goes together in the instrument family, you want to make sure they complement each other. So I definitely had to get that fixed before I brought in everything else. So let's bring in our whole thing and see how it sounds. Okay, I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and bring in our percussion, our hats, our drums, and my favorite, the producer tag. Okay, we're gonna start with our producer tag and act as if this is the intro of our piece before we even get into our drums. So let's go ahead and line up the producer tag where I want it to hit and what I want it to sound like. Right there is where I want because my producer tag is Alexa, play that song by Ethereal Mind, and I want Alexa to hit right there where I just put my marker. So I'm going to go ahead and move everything and see how that sounds. I'm going to go ahead and shorten this repetition because we just want the producer tag. Now my producer tag, actually, let's go ahead and hear it.
Alexa, play that song by Ethereal Mind.
I think I like how that sounds. I like where that's going. We're going to go ahead in our automation window real quick. I think I want it to be a little bit softer. So we're going to go ahead in our small window, automation window, and go ahead and bring it down.
Alexa, play that song by 3
I think that sounds good to me. So let's go ahead and add in our drums. Okay, so anytime I'm doing drums, I like to start off with my hats and my snares. But in this particular song, I'm going for a more island vibe. So I have a bunch of percussion instruments and the hats. So let's go ahead and break those two down. Let's silence everything else. Okay, so let's hear what they sound together just off the bat. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and mess with the volume and the panning real quick. I like that together. Let's hear how it sounds with the rest of the piece. Oh, I think the alignment is also messed up. So before we do that and hear it together, let's make sure our alignment's good. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and mess with our percussion, hats, and drums all together, get our volumes correct and everything like that. Now I'm going to bring in the bass so that I can adapt the drum and bass low frequencies so that they don't clash. Go into the EQ for the drum and bring some of that low down a little bit. Now I'm going to bring in the rest of the drum section. I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and break it down, and we broke it down and everything like that. So let's hear it all together and see what it sounds like. And that's basically the gist of it. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely put in the comment section what you want me to see. If you want me to break down how do you record an organic instrument and input it into a software, let me know in the comments. I can definitely go over that. Any other questions, any other things you want to see, just let me know. And y'all have a good day.